Yeah, without wasting much time, Abubakar, please, without wasting much time, please confirm how many entries do we have?
All right, so currently we have 29, about three persons left.
All right. So I think we can just start while we give others room to join. All right, everybody. Now, without wasting much time, we want to dive into the training fully. Yes. So, yeah, my name is Samuel from CBU. All right, they say some people just joined in. Please, if you're just joining us, please, this is the link. If you can see my screen, if you can see my screen, if you're just joining us, this is the link, tinyurl.com post. Now, go to your browser, type in this URL, and fill up the assessment form that is there. Please, you're just joining us. Yeah, if you can see my screen, please, let's do that. Please, let's do that. All right, everybody. So let's jump into the training fully. My name is Samuel from Seed Builders, and I'll be introducing your facilitator for today. And that will be no other person but somebody who I respect so much. And it's not that person but Abubakar. Abubakar, please, are you on this call? Abubakar, are you on this call?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm on this call.
All right, so you can just take over from here, and I'll stop sharing my screen at this moment. Thank you, everybody,
All
for
right,
joining.
just before I proceed, I think there's someone raising his or her hands up. I think an iPhone. Is there an issue? Then someone iPhone has his hands raised up. Is there an issue? All right, so I'm just going to move on. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abakar Usman. I'm a software engineer and AI engineer here at Civilians Innovation Hub, and I'll be taking you on this training on AI automation. It's going to be an interactive session where we're going to have hands-on practicals on a project. We're going to create a small workflow here that is going to help us understand AI automations and give us, a hands-on practicals. So let me just share my screen so that we can have uh, visual representation. Could you confirm you can see my screen? Is it visible yet? All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, thank you, Jerry. Okay. All right, hold on a second. Let me share this one. Then. Let me share just this. All right, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. Perfect. 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 All right. So quickly before we start, can if you want to answer a question, you can just raise your hands. Can someone explain to me what he or she understands by AI automation from your perspective, from the little experiences you've had in life, what you've heard about AI, what you've heard about automation? Can you give a brief explanation of what you understand by AI automation? So anyone can just raise your hand and speak. All right, Musa, go on. All right, Jerry, go on.
All right, good afternoon, sir, and
Good
good afternoon,
afternoon.
everyone. So my own understanding of AI automation is that you are giving the AI a series of instructions that it should carry out um, a certain action when certain requirements are met. And you can set the number of times or iterations you want that particular thing to be done. So that's what I understand from AI automation.
All right, very good, guys. Let's clap for him. You can just put in the clapping. You can just react with the clapping emoji. And just react with the clapping emoji. Thank you very much for that, Jerry. So that's spot on, right? AI automation basically consists of two things, right? There's the AI, and there's also the automation side of things. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing, we're going to understand AI automation. We're going to explore different career paths we can get in AI automation. We're going to see business use cases, and then we're also going to master a few tools we use in AI automation. Just to confirm again, you can see my slide, right? See my slide. All right, perfect. All right, so what is AI automation? Now, like I said, AI automation is divided into AI and automation, right? Now, at least to a certain extent, we're all familiar with AI, right? We all use ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude. But deep down, what it does basically is it analyzes data, right? We give it an input and then it expects an output for us, right? It analyzes data, understands whatever it is we speak to it, and then it's able to make decisions for us and also generate content. However, when we talk about automations, we're talking about something that performs tasks automatically, right? Reduces manual work and then connects different applications together. So AI automation simply uses artificial intelligence to automatically perform tasks that normally require human thinking and decision making, right? Now, why does it matter? Because it helps us to save time, reduce costs, improve our accuracy, scale operations, and operate 24/7. Obviously, because AI never sleeps. Now, I'm going to give us a few examples as to how AI automation helps and what it helps us to do. Right now, let's assume you own a business. How many of us here have a business online, any sort of online business? On TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, Facebook Marketplace. If you have any sort of online business, can you just wave your hand? Yeah, I'm going to share the slide as well. I'm going to share the slide. If you have any sort of business, can you just raise your hand? Any sort of business at all, online is now okay, Maria, nice. So a few of us have businesses online, right? That we do, and certain times, we have small businesses, right? SMEs, small medium enterprises. Now, some of those businesses online, for example, you have situations where you have a lot of customer sales, right? Where there's so much people coming to buy your product, for example, or whatever it is you're selling, and oftentimes you get
So
overwhelmed.
I didn't
Right?
get but
Sorry, come again. Hello. All right. So oftentimes, right, a lot of people get overwhelmed by the number of, messages they get in, number of orders that are being placed, and sometimes it's very hard for you to, control some of the orders that come in, and you're able to handle some of them. I like to give a very good example. Who knows Opeyemi Famakin here? The guy on IG, the food critic. If you know Opeyemi, can you just raise your hand? It doesn't matter if you like him or not. If you know him, you can just raise your hand. I want to give you an example with him. All right, so a lot of us know Femi Famaki, right? So you know what he does? He's a food critic, right? Now, what he does is he promotes a lot of small businesses as well. Certain times when maybe he has a good experience in a certain restaurant, or maybe he buys yogurt from a vendor or whatever it is he buys, and then he critiques it, right? If he has a good review at the end of the day, he then recommends.
So I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, perfect. So he recommends a lot of he recommends to his users maybe go and buy from this particular vendor, right? Now there was a scenario where he recommended a particular vendor, right? I think it was food. I'm not sure it was perfume or food, but he recommended a particular vendor, and that vendor got like so many orders, right? So many people come in wanting to buy from the business, right? And unfortunately, the lady was not able to handle the volume of orders that were coming in because she was not prepared for such a volume, such amount of orders coming in at the same time, right? Ideally, the way her business ran, she had a few staff and she processed a few things by herself. But then she was able to do that because the numbers were scanty. But now with a lot of volume coming in, she was not able to handle, say, 1,000 orders in a day that comes in because it was just overwhelming. She didn't have enough staff on ground, which, having staff on ground already alone is expensive, right? Because you need to pay a lot of salaries, you need to manage people, but if she had an automation system, an AI automation system in place that is able to look at the entries that come in and then create a workflow that is able to continue her sales process for her automatically without her lifting a finger, then she should have been able to process those orders perfectly without having any issues of volume at all. And that way, she missed, her opportunity to actually sell a lot of her products. And also, Premi Famake himself was, annoyed that she wasn't able to handle uh, the volume of orders that came. So these are things like this are what AI automation does. It helps you to streamline processes, some repetitive tasks that you do that can be automated, that can be efficient, that can be made more efficient. That's where AI automation comes into play. So small businesses, large businesses, companies, enterprises, personal work, offices, you can deploy AI automation anywhere because it saves time, reduces cost, improves accuracy, scale operations. When we say scale operations, we're saying you can go from 250 orders to 1,000 orders in one day and you'll be fine, right? And just like AI never sleeps, it operates 247, right? So this is why automation is very, very important. Now, these are some of the examples of AI automations we can build for different departments. I'm sure some of us here are familiar with some of these departments here. For those of us in sales department, you want to qualify leads, you want to send follow-up emails, you want to update your CRMs. For customer support, you can have things like AI chatbots, where instead of having a customer, even instead of having a staff replying to every customer's question, you can just have a chatbot that then, replies you immediately. We have ticket classification, we have FAQ responses. For marketing, we have content generation, you can use automation to generate content, social media automation, email campaigns. For HR as well, you can do resume screening. For HRs, they have a lot of people, especially with the lack of unemployment now in Nigeria, right? A lot of people are unemployed. And once there's a job opening, thousands of people apply to it, tens of thousands of people apply to it. And then the HR doesn't exactly have enough time to go through every single one. Now, if they are deployed an AI automation system that goes through the resume for them, they're able to then screen some of the ones they don't need and focus on the ones that matter, right? You look at finance, you can process invoice, get the price, get the purchase order, and all of that, right? So in every department, you're able to you can utilize AI automation. Now, where exactly are the market opportunities here in AI automation? All right, how exactly can you generate money from AI automation? Which is really why most of us really want to learn. Because at the end of the day, you need to be profitable from this. It's a skill, and you want to use that skill to make money. All right. The demand for AI automation specialists is growing rapidly because businesses want faster operations, better customer service, reduced cost, and AI-powered decisions. Now, the example I gave of the lady, apparently Farmakin, recommended to his users would have, if she had an AI automation system, she would have operated faster, which means she'll have been able to handle volumes, right? So better customer service, when you have AI agents that is able to answer some very simple questions that customers come to ask, when you have some AI automation systems there, it helps you do that, right? It reduces cost of hiring staff as well as managing the staff, and it allows you with, you have AI-powered decisions that are very, very accurate. So different organizations adopt AI automation, including startups, SMEs, which are small businesses, enterprises, which are the larger companies. We have the government and the public sector, and we have the education sector as well. So anywhere you go, really, you can deploy AI automation systems for them. Now, how exactly can you make money? Well, there are four major ways: freelancing, consulting, agency model, and products creation. Freelancing is basically you working on your own. You're not, no one is, you're not working for anybody, right? You can build workflows for clients, you can build different systems and sell them. Consulting is you going into a business and then consulting for them, basically looking at how you can, what processes can be made to make their lives easier. Now, if you have the knowledge of AI automation, you can go into a company, look at the bottlenecks they have, and come up with solutions for them. Now, you can have your own agency model, which is basically you having your own sort of business where you run AI automations, and then you can create different products as well. There are different career paths as well. You can become an AI automation engineer, an automation consultant, an AI solutions architect, an AI product builder. All of this stem from the foundation, which is for you to learn the AI automation, have the AI automation skills, and then become an AI automation specialist. You can then branch into the engineering, the consultancy, solutions architects, and building products as well. Now, there are certain skills needed for AI automation, right? We have the technical and we have the soft skills. For technical skills, you need to be able to do workflow designs, which we are going to be doing hands-on today. You need to understand APIs, basic programming, AI prompting, and databases. Now, the course here is completely beginner-friendly, and we're going to explain everything from scratch. So it doesn't matter if you have technical knowledge or not. And then we have the soft skills here. Obviously, you need to have a bit of problem-solving skills, communication, business understanding, and process analysis. So just before we get into the hands-on, we're going to discuss the tools that are used for AI automation. Now we have several tools to actually write some of these automations, right? Some of you might have heard of N8N. If you've heard of N8N, can you raise up your hand? Let's see. Who knows N8N here? Have you heard of N8N?
Yes, I have. I work
All
with
right, perfect.
Zapier,
Yeah,
Airtable,
yeah,
and
perfect,
Claude.
perfect. All right, perfect. So N8N is basically a software that allows you to draw your workflows. Another one is Make.com. You have Zapier. OpenAI is basically ChatGPT. So these are some of the tools we are going to be combining together in order for us to create some of these automations, right? So what I want us to do now is let's get our systems right. Some of us are joining with our phones, but we're going to need our systems. Uh, we're going to build a very simple automation workflow now. I need this to be hands-on. I need everyone's cooperation here so that I can show you step by step, hands-on, how you can build the automation. All right. So before we proceed, I'd like everyone to put in the chat box what you do. Okay. If you're an accountant, just let us know in the chat box. You're an accountant. Whatever it is that you do, basically, if you're a core member, if you're a business analyst, just tell us what you do. Okay. We have a software dev here. That's nice. We have an accountant. We have an AI content creator and coach. That's really cool. Uh, Human resource personnel, that's really cool. Brand designer, okay. Educationist, banker, farmer, AI powered business analyst, health information management technician, technical operation engineer, content writer, operations manager. I think this room is full of elites. We have a lot of elite people here, which is really cool. UI UX designer and graphic designer, core member and digital marketer. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. And interestingly, in every field that is mentioned here, you can deploy AI automations for each field, right? All you need to do is understand the business operations and see where you can come in to automate some of these things here. Okay. So let me just share my screen again. I have a gardener as well. That's really cool. Student and business and finance consultation. Yeah, that's cool. All right, that's cool. All right, everyone, let's get our hands dirty. Yeah, let's build a workflow. Let's do something amazing here. All right, so you can all see my screen, right? So we're going to go onto this website here called n8n.io. Okay, we're going to go to n8n.io. n8n.io. Once you're on the website, you can just type on the chat box that's you're on the website. You can just type done. Once you're on the website, you can just type done, n8n.io. You'd see something like this. This is the screen you should be seeing. This is the screen you should be seeing. We have n8n.io. All right, done. So we have a few people here. All right, let's just hold on for a few more people. Once you're here, n8n.io, just let us know. All right, done. Okay, let's get 2 more people. All right, let's get 1 more. Perfect. All right. So once you're here on n8n.io, what we want you to do is click on Get Started. Okay. We want you to create an account on N8N. We want you to create an account on N8N. So it asks here for your company email, right? So all you need to do is just put your personal email. Okay. Just put your personal email. So once you've put in your personal email and you've clicked on submit, just type email on the chat box. So I'm just going to do mine. I'm just going to put mine, Abubakar at gmail.com, and then I'm going to click submit. All right, once they've sent you an email, just type email on the chat box. Type email on the chat box. All right, once you've received your email, you can put in the code that has been sent to you in your email. Put in the code and click on submit. Okay. Put in the code and click on submit. So once you've submitted, just type submitted on the chat box. Check your email. Anytime I've sent you an email with the code, once you've seen the email, type in the email in your chat box and click on and type submitted. Okay. All right, let's have a few submitted before we move on. Let's have a few submitted. All right, for those that have submitted, you can simply just create an account here. All right, for those that have submitted, you can fill the form and finish creating your account.
Lost to.
Where are you? At what point are you lost?
I'm on n8n.io.
All right, click Get Started by your top right.
Get started. I did it on Google search. It starts with N8N workflow automation. Is it that one I'll click on?
Yeah, click it.
Okay. Still loading. All right.
He keeps asking if I should start 14-day trial. Will I click
Yes, start 14-day trial.
that? All right.
Please, it keeps
All right,
telling me that there was an error. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I'm also facing that. I don't know why they are baking. Just hold on a second. Let's see what's
So he's
happening.
asking me to start a personal survey.
There was an error while setting up the account.
Still survey.
And I comment that.
Yes, comments. All right, if you've been able to create an account successfully after clicking on this start free day trial, just let me know. All right, perfect. So mine has worked. All right. So if you are in the survey phase, can you type survey?
The personal survey is not loading.
If you are in the survey phase, just type survey. Can you all see my screen?
Okay.
Can you all see my screen? If you're in the survey phase, just type survey and fill in this, right? If you're in the survey phase, just type survey. How many surveys do we have?
Ah.
All right, perfect.
Ọgbà
Sorry, can you mute your mic? Yeah, thank you. All right, if the survey is not loading, you could try reloading your page. Right?
The survey is not loading, please.
Try reloading your page. Try reloading your page.
Okay.
If the survey is not loading, try reloading your page. All right, so I'm here now. Your workspace is ready. So if you have that ready for me, if you have that, just type ready for me. If your workspace is ready, type ready. Let's see. All right, very good. We have a few readies already. We have a few readies. If your workspace is ready, type
It's still
ready.
not loading. It's still not loading.
Just hold on, check your network properly. Check your network properly. Or be patient. All right, be patient with it. Maybe give it 1 minute, 2 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Right. How many readies do we have? I need more readies here. If you are here saying your workspace is ready, just type
They asked
ready.
me to invite teammates.
Skip. If he asks you to invite, just click on skip. If he asks you to invite, click on skip. Inioloa, can you kindly mute your mic? All right, all right. So I think we are good to go, right? So once you're on this page that says your workspace is ready, I need everyone to click on start automating. Okay, everyone should click on start automating. Start automating. So once you've clicked on start automating, it should take you to a screen that is loading. Let's also long for it to load. Inioloa, can you kindly mute your mic?
I'm left behind, please.
All right, where are you?
On this creating account, I put my full name, the passwords. The account name should be anything I wish.
Yeah, it can be anything.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So guys, we are on this screen that says, what do you want to build, Abakar? So you should be seeing that, okay? You should be seeing what you want to build and then your name. You'll be seeing what you want to build and then your name. All right, so if you're there, give a thumbs up. If you are on this screen that says what you want to build, give a thumbs up.
On my screen, I'm saying run a live demo or build a workflow.
All right, perfect. Just hold on there. Hold on there. It means we are on the same page. If you're on that screen, can you give us a thumbs up?
My page is still loading since.
Your survey is still loading.
No,
All
I'm
right,
done
let's
with the survey, but the other part is still loading to take me to what do you want to do.
all right, just hold on for it.
So it shows me the number of employee.
Yeah, fill the form. So just select only me. Just fill
Okay.
the form. Yeah.
Thank you.
Iniolua, can you kindly mute your mic, please? You're causing a lot of background noise. Iniolua, can you please mute your mic? Deborah, can you please do that for me? All right, hold on.
So what should I choose about this?
Run a live demo or build a workflow.
Choose random answer.
Configuring API.
Random answer.
Okay.
Yeah, choose random answers. Yeah, choose random
Okay.
answers.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I know
I'm
what I'm
asking,
saying.
run a live demo or build a workflow. Which should I go with?
Yeah, hold on first. Before I answer a question, please, when you speak, could you mute your mic after you speak? Because you're leaving your mic and there's a lot
All
of
right.
background. Can you do that? All right. So for those of us on this page, let's click on build a workflow. Let's click on build a workflow. Okay, so I'm just going to type it here.
So how about the other email I've seen at the end?
What email is that?
Invites team members to your workspace.
Skip.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I'm sure we should be seeing this something like add first step or build with AI. We should both add first step or build with AI. So we all should be on this page. If you're not on this page, you're behind. If you're not on this page, you're behind. If you have any questions, you can speak up or send a message on
My
the
page is not
chat
loading
box
beyond
before you
that
proceed.
build a workflow. I clicked it and it's not, and nothing is happening.
Yeah, be patient with it. It will load or reload. It's network.
Sir, please, I'm behind though. I'm at that survey stage. It's not clicking. If I click, it's not loading.
Reload. Try refreshing your page. Try refreshing your page. Try refreshing your page. Try refreshing your page. All right. We're going to move on
Hello,
here.
sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I'm still at the dashboard. I think the network is very bad. So
Sorry, can you describe what the dashboard looks like?
the interface is just dashboard, manage, app center, and my name and the email I use, sign out. That's where I am. Upgrade plan and what else again? Nothing.
Can you see something like build a workflow?
No,
Yes, sir.
I can't see anything like that.
All right, perfect. All right, so let's move on here. Hold on one sec. All right, so I'm just going to describe
Should I
for
click
us here
build
what
with AI?
exactly we're going to be building. Sorry, someone is saying something.
Yeah. I said, should I click build with AI?
No, sir.
Hello, sir. I can't see build the workflow, sir.
Can you see?
I can't see build the workflow.
What can you see?
Just upgrade plan. I can see settings on the other side of the upgrade plan.
All right, Abel, share your screen, please.
Okay, I will do that now.
All right, guys, we need to be fast. We don't have much time. This class is going to end very soon, okay? We have a lot to cover. All right, so for some of us that are behind, there's going to be a video recording of this, right? There's going to be a video recording, so if you're behind, you might just
So
want
this is where I
to
am, sir.
you might
Hello,
just
sir.
want to watch. Where is this? Where exactly is happening here? All right, hold on. Please do me a favor and share your full screen. I'm not seeing what I want to see from here.
Okay.
All right, so after this, we are going to move on, right? For those of us that are having issues, there's going to be a recording, so you can just follow along when we are doing it live, so that when you see the recording, you understand what's happening because of time. Okay. If you have any questions, you can always drop it on the chat box. I'll do my best to answer. All right, Abel, we are waiting for you. You need to be fast, okay?
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Can you see it now?
1 second, it's loading, it's coming up. Still can't see your full screen.
So should I press? What should I press?
Click on dashboard.
I see built with
Click
AI
on dashboard.
and at first.
All right, user, hold on a minute, okay? Just chill.
Okay.
What on earth am I seeing here? Click on open instance.
Please, should I click add first step or build with AI?
None. Don't click anything. Just wait there. Abel, can you click on open instance?
Open instance. Okay.
Fast, please. Fast.
Okay.
Have you seen it? Because I can't see it. You're still not showing your full screen. All right, guys, we're going to move on. Abel, can you stop sharing your screen,
network
please?
is bad here. Yeah, no
Abel,
problem.
can you stop sharing your screen, please? Thank you.
Sir, please, I clicked
Yeah, I've done
on
that.
build with it and it's showing me build a workflow. Should I click on build a workflow?
Yes, please click on build a workflow. All right, guys, for those of us that are on this page, let's move on. For those that are behind, please just follow us so that we don't drag each other back. We have a lot of things to cover here. All right, so what we are going to be building is what we call an AI lead qualification. Okay, an AI lead qualification workflow. And basically, how this works is, so businesses, the way businesses work, generate leads, right? They have lead forms where basically prospects who wants to buy a certain thing, a certain product, want to register for a certain course, fills the form, right? Now, what we want to do is when people fill this form, we want to qualify them, right? We want to see, okay, this person is qualified for us to proceed with calling him and following up on our lead. This person is not qualified, so the priority is lower for this person. So ideally, what happens is there's someone who decides whether a lead is qualified or not. So for every lead that comes into play, someone decides whether this lead is qualified or not. Now we simply want to replace that person with AI here, which means the AI then decides who is qualified or not based on a prompt we give it, right? So if you have 100,000 people filling your lead form, AI is able to do it in less than 5 seconds, rather than a human taking almost a month to qualify the necessary leads that they have coming. So you see that it dramatically and drastically reduces the time it takes to qualify leads, as well as how efficient it will be for the business. They save time, they save cost. All they need is this AI automation system. They don't need uh, manpower on ground to be checking the entire 100,000 leads that they have come in. So a lot of businesses that face issues with leads, that have loads of leads, there's a solution you can deploy for them. And the way it works is very simple, right? Once the user submits the form, right, the first step is the form submission. Once that form is submitted, it triggers a webhook, right? And then ChatGPT analyzes the data, checks the condition if the lead is qualified or is not qualified. If it's qualified, you send them a qualified email, and if it's not qualified, you send them a follow-up email. It's as simple as that. So this is exactly what we are going to build. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like here. I'm going to show you what it looks like here. Okay, so this is basically what it looks like. We have the form here. Okay, this is a form, tally form. How many of us know tally forms? How many of us know tally forms? If you're familiar with tally forms, so tally forms is just like Google Form as well, right? It's just another company that create forms as well. So we can also use Google Forms, but then we decided to use tally forms. This tally forms, right? When the person fills this form, it then goes into this particular model here, which is ChatGPT. ChatGPT then decides based on the responses from this form whether this particular person who filled the form is qualified or not. So ideally, this is where the human intervention comes into play. This is where the human will then check the form. But then with this workflow now, ChatGPT can do 10,000 users at the same time, while a human will take time to be doing it one by one. So if ChatGPT then returns that, okay, yeah, true, then we can then check. If it's true, then we want to send a message, to the person, want to send a message to the salesperson that you have a qualified lead, you need to follow up with the person. And you also want to impute the record into your database so that you can have it stored in your database saying, this person, this person is a qualified lead. And if the case is false, right, you want to also do certain conditions, certain things that you want to do. But this example doesn't have it. So we are going to start from scratch. Okay, we are going to start from scratch. And I just want everyone to pay attention to see how everything works. If you can follow along, that's fine. If you're not able to follow along, just watch and see how it is done. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is add first step. Now, the thing when you add first step, the things that make up a workflow are basically different nodes, right? That come together in place to make up a workflow. Now, the first node we are going to need is what we call tally. Okay, so tally is basically the form. We can use Google Docs, but it needs a lot of setup. So we're not going to use Google Docs, we're going to use tally, right? So first of all, we're going to install the node, right? Once we install the tally trigger node, this is this is the trigger that starts our entire workflow. So basically, once someone submits the form on this workflow, then the workflow starts, it executes basically. So click on add to workflow, right? When you click on add to workflow, the next step you need to do is set up credential. Okay, you need to set up your credential. And when you're setting up your credential, what you need to provide is what we call API keys. All right, API keys. So we're going to explain some of these terms in details when we get into the main classes, right? So this is an API key basically. Now, the API key, how exactly do you get your API keys? For you to get your API key, you need to go to Tally's website. You go to tally.so. Okay. Now, this API key is simply trying to say, connect me to Tally, right? So let me give you an example. Let me tell you what an API is, at least. An API is an application programming interface, right? It's basically what connects two different things together. Now, for example, I'm going to give a popular example I always give. Now, when you go to a restaurant, right, you go to a very fine restaurant in the heart of Lagos, for example, right, in Ikeja or maybe in Lagos Island. You sit down in a restaurant and the waiter comes to meet you. He says, how can I help you, right? And then you tell the waiter, well, I want to eat pounded yam and egusi soup, for example, right? The waiter then says, okay, fine. The waiter goes to the back office, right, where where the cooking happens and all of that, and let them know that there's a user here that wants pounded yam and egusi soup, right? So you need to cook that for the person, right? So the guys at the back there, they cook the meal and then they give the waiter, and then the waiter then brings it back to the customer. So at the end of the day, the middleman between the customer and the waiter and the guys that cook the food is the waiter, right? And it's basically the API. It connects the front end and the back end together. So this API key connects N8N and Tally together. It's the way you can then connect. It's basically what bridges the connection between N8N and Tally. And API keys are usually unique per person per account, right? So once you open tally.so, ideally you sign up, but I already have an account. So I'm just going to log in. All right, so let me just quickly log in. All right, so basically this is Tally here, right? These are dashboard, these are Tally. The first thing we need to do is create a form, because obviously we need a form that the user will fill, right? It's based on the entry of the user. We will then pass it into GPT to then analyze, and then we execute our entire workflow. I'm just going to call this AI automation lead form, right? And then I'm going to say press enter from scratch. So I'm just going to say fill this form. There's the title here. And now we're going to add a block below, say short answer. insert. So this is basically just like creating a form on Google Form, right? If you've created a form on Google Form, can you thumbs up? Can you just react to the thumbs up? Ah, we have some Arsenal fans here. I see. All right, get to some thumbs up. All right, perfect. Now let's fill this form quickly, right? Let's say name. So this is the question, and then let's put a placeholder, right? Enter your name, and then let's collect the person's email. Let's collect the person's email. Let's say enter your email, and then let's collect the person's. Let's do a long answer this time, and say why do you want to study AI automation? So whatever answer the person gives here is what ChatGPT will then use to judge whether this person qualifies or not. So depending on what you put here, if you put some sort of gibberish here, it will not qualify you. But if you put concrete reasons, it will qualify you, right? So I'm going to add one more, which is called qualified. But we won't use this right now. We'll use this later. I'll come back to this. Let's say qualified. We use this now. I'll come back to it. Then we have false, right? All right. So all you need to do is then publish this form at your top right here. Once you publish this form, it creates a link for you to then share with your users, right? All right. So once you do this, this is the link here, and then you can fill the form. Now let's go back to Tally here. Let's come to the left panel here where we have settings. When you click on settings, you go to your API key. So this is basically where you generate your API key, okay? So you create an API key saying you can name it anything, call it lead form. I create. Now this API key, they only show you once, okay? So you need to make sure you copy and you save it properly and you make sure it's not exposed. You paste your API key in here and then you click on save, right? The moment you see that connection tested successfully, it simply means that you've successfully connected your N8N to Tally. All you need to do now is come back here, open Tally, and then select the lead form that you've just created. Remember the form we created, this is the name here, this is the form. So you click on this form, right? Once you click on this form, go back here and then fill the form, right? So let's just fill the form. Let's say this aiautomation for gmail.com. Why do you want to study automation? Because I want to make money. All right, qualified. I'm just going to say true and then submit. Now, once you submit this form, you can see that you have the output. All right, so I needed to execute this step first. So you need to execute step so that it's listening. So let me fill the form again. So I'm just going to reload this page. And then I'm going to fill my name, Abubakar Usman. Now we have this. Why do you want to study AI information? Because I want to make money. There's so many changes in AI information. Qualified, and I'm going to say true, and then submit. All right, so you can see here that this is my response. Okay, this is the email I put, this is the name I put. So we have all the necessary responses that we need. Now the next step is to add ChatGPT because we have so when I enter the OpenAI, I come here, I say message a model, right? Or ideally, you're meant to set up a credential and set up whatever model it is you're going to use and then put your prompt. But right now, we don't have API keys that we're going to use. So I'm just going to assume, right, that we've set up the model here. Now, the next step after ChatGPT analyzes here is for you to then have an if statement, right? So remember, we're going to set up ChatGPT in a way that it tells us whether it simply outputs one thing, true or false, right? So now we are going to use this our qualified that we used earlier. So instead of ChatGPT determining true or false for us, because we currently don't have API keys for ChatGPT, because you need to buy some tokens and all of that, we're going to use the manual qualification method we have on our form. But ideally, this field is not meant to be on the form, but I just put it there for demonstration sake. So what you do now is you open tally trigger here and get the value of this guy here. Basically, whatever the person replied, whatever the person's answer is on the form, right? Of qualified, if it is true, right, then you want it to run certain things. So ideally, what will be here will be ChatGPT's response. If ChatGPT's response is equal to true, right, then you want to do true here, right? If it's false, then you want to do false here. So if it's true, what we want to do is we want to send a mail, right? We want to simply send a Gmail. We'll say send a message, right? Now we need to set up our Google message. So we're just going to say sign in with Google here. Okay. So I'm going to use Bakari Abdulkader, gmail.com. All right. So here you can just select all. Depends on what you want to do. Some permissions matter, some don't. But then you click on continue. All right. Once you see connection successfully, it means you successfully connected your Gmail to N8N, right? So to who exactly do you want to send this email to? So this is if the person is qualified, right? If the person is qualified, you want to send an email to them. Now you need to go into tally trigger, which is your form, and get the value the person filled in, right? So you don't want to hard code this value here like this, because it's if another person fills this form, is going to send it to only this email. So what you want to do is you want it to be dynamic. Whatever value it is the person fills, that's the email the person is going to, that's where the email is going to be sent, right? So you're just going to say, hey, you're qualified, right? And then email type, if you want colors and all of that in your email, you can use HTML, but then ideally we'll use text, right? And then we'll say, hi, the person's name, right? Which means we'll drag the name from here, value, hi, this person. And now we'll then say, congratulations, you are qualified. So can you see the sort of like preview here? Hi, Abubakar Usman, congratulations, you're qualified. So that's the email the person will receive, right? And then all you need to do is, yeah, you're done here, which is X. Let's close this side. So we've done the true here. Now let's do the false, right? If the person is not qualified. So let's have a Gmail. And then we also send a message to the person. And then we say to who? To the tally trigger email value, right? Which is this guy here. Let's say, hello, you're not qualified. Hello, you're not qualified. And then you say, hi, the person's name, right? Which is this value here. And then you say, hi, unfortunately, you are not qualified, right? And then that's it, X. Now all we need to do is run this workflow. But before we do that, we're going to take away this ChatGPT here because we've not set it up properly, because we need tokens and all of that to set up the credential. So we're simply going to use the qualified field we have in our lead form, right? So I'm just going to delete this. So basically, if I fill the form, I choose true, right, in qualified, it's going to send me this. If it's false, I choose is then going to send me this email here. Ideally, who makes the decision of true or false is ChatGPT that we just removed here in the middle, right? That's what ideally will make the decision. However, right now, because we don't have ChatGPT properly set up, we're just going to use what we have. So I'm just going to reload this form, right? And then I'm going to come here and say execute workflow, okay? When I click on execute workflow, it's going to open my workflow. Okay, so it's listening for an event. It's waiting for somebody to fill the form, because the trigger of this entire workflow, what triggers this workflow is when someone clicks submit on the form, right? So I'm just going to come here and say, I'm going to fill the form. I'm going to say Abubakar Usman. I'm going to say Abdulkader for gmail.com. Why do you want to study automation? Because I want to make some cool cash. And then here, ideally, this can never be in your form, right? It shouldn't be in your form, but because we do not have ChatGPT to do that for us right now, we're just going to select true, right? And then when I click submit, watch what happens. Submit, right? Watch what happens here. You can see that, look at where they follow the green line. From the form, it goes all the way to the if statement, and then it follows the true, right? It don't follow the false because I selected true. So now we're just going to, let me check my mail. Let me check my mail and see if we've actually received the message, and let's see what the message actually looks like. All right, just 1 second. Let the mail load. One sec. All right. Yeah, hey, you're qualified. So you can see I got the message, right? Hey, Abakar Usman, congratulations, you are qualified. Now let's fill the form as though we are not qualified, right? Which means I'm going to use I'm going to enter false. So let's say Abakar Usman, Gmail.com because I want party. So let's say false. We can submit, right? So let's check our email and see if we get any new email from them. Let's check our workflow first. Let's see what happened in our workflow. Okay, so that didn't work because we did not execute workflow. So let's execute workflow first, and let's fill the form again. Let's execute workflow first, then fill the form again. Done, and then I'll say false. So for every time you want to test, as long as you're in testing mode, you need to click on execute workflow first, right? You need to click on execute workflow first. So submitted, right? Okay, now we can see the green, it follows the false part. Okay, so ideally if ChatGPT had made the instance that okay, it's false, this person is not qualified, then to follow the false part. Right. So let's check our email just to make sure that hey, hi Abakar Usman, unfortunately you are not qualified. Okay, so that's basically it. That's the idea behind the lead qualifying system. Ideally, we won't have that qualified field in our form. ChatGPT will make that response for us. However, we're simply using the qualified manual true or false right now, right? So that's basically the idea behind the lead qualification system. Now, there's so much more you can do in this. I think for those of us that are properly business oriented, you can see the opportunity that is in building something like this. You can why not publish? Yeah, I can publish. Once I publish, it will be live, right? But let's just move on since we just want to work in the test environment, right? You understand? So if I publish, I don't need to click execute workflow every time. Okay. But because you're in the test environment, you need to execute workflow every time. Okay. So there's so much opportunity you can do here. You can go into businesses, look at their processes and see what you can automate for them. How can you make their lives easy for them? What is it you can do? What sort of workflows you can create? And what I need you to understand is another person can build an AI qualification system that does not look like what I have built here. So it's entirely up to you to come up with however it is you want to come up with. For example, now my form, I use Tally, right? Someone can decide to use Google Form. For my messages, I use Gmail. Someone can decide to use Yahoo. Someone can decide to use another thing, right? For my AI, I use ChatGPT. Someone can decide to use Claude, you know. So it just depends. Some people might design their system some way, but at the end of the day, you just need to solve a problem. That's the idea behind, you know, um, the lead qualification system. And this is just a tip of the iceberg of what AI automation can do for you. It can automate so many things. You can have 100 people filling this form now and to just be filtering it for you automatically. Okay. So that's basically the idea. So if you have any questions, can you raise up your hand? If you have any comments you want to make, can you let us know before I hand over to Samuel to continue this session? If you have any questions, can you raise up your hand? Any doubt at all? Any part you do not understand, you want me to clarify? You can just let me know. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of complex workflows you can create from these things here. I just showed you this so that at least you have a basic idea of how some of these things work. All right. Do we have anything? If you don't have questions, well, I might have questions for a few of you. All right, Jerry, are you here? The Arsenal fan. I'm also an Arsenal fan, anyways. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just following up. I'm not.
Sorry, come
Sir?
again? What did you say?
I said I'm here. My network logged me out the other time, so I'm just following up. I'm not like doing it as you are
Actively
doing.
reading, yeah. Okay, but did you understand what I did?
Yes, of course.
All right, perfect. How about Jerry? Sorry, Olamide Jerry. Is it the same person? Yeah.
Yeah, Olamide Jerry, I confirm.
All right. Who said? Oh, you're lost. Okay, you're okay now. The if conditions is confusing. All right, so let's go back to the if conditions. Now let's look at these conditions. The if condition is simply simple, right? What he's saying is, if this thing is true, take left. If it is false, take right. So let me expand this, right? Let me expand this. Hold on. Right. So you can see that there are two separate pathways, right? If the user is qualified, right, which means now look at this results here. This results here is telling us what? False, right? Which means false is false equal to true, negative is not equal to true, right? Which means automatically it will go through the false route. If we had true inside here, if we had true inside here instead of false, then true is equal to true, right? And then it will go through the true part of things. You understand? So it's very simple, true or false. So all you need to do is set up your condition, whatever condition it is you have, and then let it know that, okay, yeah, uh, it's either true or false. I hope it's clear. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, I think
All
so.
right. So if we have, sorry, please, were you kind of in a hurry? I don't really understand how to use tally on N8N. All right, that's fine. So tally is basically a form, right? I'm sure once we have the recordings, you can go through it as well. It's basically a form, just like a Google form, that you can fill. I'm sure the recordings have them, and then you'd be able to watch how it is. Maybe after the session, I can also explain again. But let me hand over to Samuel now to take you on the latter part of the session. I think just probably 5-10 minutes, and then maybe we can have a do over where I explain everything again. All right, Samuel, are you here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right, go on then. Thank you very much for your
All
time.
right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abubakar, for that section. Wow. I think it was a long ride. Thank you for the knowledge you just shared. Uchena, how was the class?
Yeah, it was good. Although I raised my hand twice, but it seems he didn't catch it. I wanted to ask a question.
All right, go
But-
on. Just real quick. You can ask your
So I
question
wanted
real
to
quick.
ask if you're integrating any of these AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, or any of these models into your workflow, do you need to have a premium version to get an API, or for some you don't need it?
All right, so let me just go through that just for a few minutes. Now, let me show you exactly how you need to get your tokens. Now, all you need to do is go to this platform, platform.openai.com. Okay, just go on here. You don't need to have a premium account. However, you need to buy tokens. You can buy a $5 token, a $10 token, a $20 token, whatever amount of tokens you can afford to buy. You can buy it. However, once you use it, if it expires, you need to buy more. Okay, that's the idea. So all you need to do is just come to this platform, platform.openai.com. Let me just send it on the chat box ASAP because we actually have time. All right, so I've just sent it now. Okay. So all you need to do is just purchase a few tokens, and you're good to go. Right. All right, Sam, please continue. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that. Udwa, can you underscore? How was the class? Udwa, can you on the call?
Yes. Good
So
evening.
how was it? Good evening. How was it?
It was okay. It was fine.
All right, all right. So yeah, I don't want to waste much of our time. So everybody, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick assessment. Yeah, we're going to do a quick assessment. So now, everybody go to your browser, type in this URL. There's a form there, fill it, and let's get your feedback. Everybody, please, you have to do this. Everybody, type in this URL, the one with the red background. Are we there? Abby, are you on this call? Abimbola, are you on this call?
I'm
Chigo's
here.
here. All right, please, can we do this real quick? Can we carry out this assessment? Please, if you've done that, just type in the chat. If you've done it, type it in the chat. Just type done. And Fanny, yeah, we have 3 minutes to do this. 3 minutes, everybody. Uchena, please type in your assessment. Eniola, Paul, please, can we do that?
Hello.
Yes.
Are we writing the test again?
No, this, yeah, this is another one. That was the pre, this is the post.
Okay,
That was
post.
before
Okay.
the training. Yeah, so this is after the training.
Okay. Are we writing it now or after
Yes.
the
Now, please. You see
now?
this
Okay.
URL and fill it up. Right. Okay, we have 3 minutes. Udoma, are you on this call? Please, the URL is in the chat. You can just visit it and, give in your feedback. Jeffrey,
I'm filling my form.
you said what?
I said I'm here. I'm filling the form already.
All right, that's fine. Joanne, are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
All right. Are you filling the form?
Yes.
All right. Okay, we have 2 more minutes. Cosmas,
Yeah, I'm here, sir. I'm on it.
are you doing yours?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sorry, please, I want to ask, how are we going to get the recorded file?
Yes, we'll send it to you. You get
Oh,
you get an email with a
oh,
link.
thank you.
All right. Have you filled your form?
Yeah, I just did that now.
All
Allow
right,
me to
thank you.
Jeremiah.
I have a question.
Okay, Abimbola.
Yes. Is it just a one-day training or we'll still have more
All right,
sessions?
we'll come to that. We'll come to that.
All right.
Let's just fill up our feedback. Have you done yours?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Miriam, Adana, are
I
you guys
feel
on this
mine. I
call?
already said done.
Oh, all right, that's fine. Umar Mubarak, Peter, Samantha, David Joshua, Abdurrahman. All right, please, 1 more minute, 1 more minute, please.
I'm done with my own.
Oh, all right, Umar, thank you. All right, let's just move ahead. Abimbola, are you on the score?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, let me ask a question. Is it possible to learn this AI automation in just one day? Are you here?
It's not possible now.
Oh, thank you, Jay. How about a week?
It depends on the individual, how
On the
fast
individual.
he or she can.
Do you think it's possible to learn AI automation in 1 week? Let's be honest with ourselves.
No,
It's
no,
not
it's not.
possible.
Give or take a month and above.
Thank you, Adana. Give or take a month and above. So that is why for Abimbola, I was asking this question if the class is just for today. Well, because of it is not possible for you to learn AI automation in 1 day, and that is why we came up with a class for you that's going to run for 3 months. Yeah, learn AI automation with N8N in 3 months and become an expert. For you to become an expert, for you to start landing jobs, and for you to start, making money just like you want, you need to learn AI automation in 3 months. It's going to take you 3 months to learn AI automation, and that's why we've come up with this class to teach every one of you AI automation in the next 3 months. Now, I know what I'm about to say might not be for everybody because, to be honest with you, in classes like this, we just have like 10% of people who are really interested, who have made up their mind that they want to really learn AI automation. So, whatever I'm about to say, do not be pressured. I hope you understand. So, we've come up with this 3 months program to teach you AI automation. And in these 3 months, this is what you're going to be learning. So, Abubakar, are you still on this call? So these are the things you'll be learning. Now, what we just did today, we did the automation foundation and N8N basic, which you just did today. Everything you did today is just the foundation. In this class, in this 3 month class, you'll be learning storage solution and data management. Now, I heard somebody talking about API. You also learn about APIs and HTTP request mastering. You also learn error handling and production workflow, where you get to automate workflow for organizations. When your facilitator was talking about workflow, you automate workflow for yourself or either for organizations where you sell to them. You can automate one workflow and sell to as many as 2,000 persons and make money. You learn the error handling. Also, we have AI agent foundation. This is where he was talking about call agent. Yeah, where you talk to a bot. When somebody calls you, a bot takes the call and engage, qualify your leads, and also book appointments. So this is what you'll be learning as well. And also we'll learn advanced AI system and framework. Then after that, we'll be going to real-time projects. We're going to real-time project. And for this project, we'll be having 3 projects. Now, the first project is you'll be working on a project for yourself. Now, I don't know what you do. If you have like a 9 to 5 job and maybe you have a business and you're looking at automating your workflow, you want to automate what you do in your business or in your organization. Now, you'll be working on the project, you do your research. Now, what are those things? What are those tasks you can automate in your business or in your place of work? You'll be working on that project. Then the second one is you'll also be working on seed builders project where you communicate with some staffs here at seed builders, get informations, talk to the sales team, talk to the development team, the dev team, talk to the marketing team, and see what their pain points are. What are those tasks that that are actually stressful for them that needs automation. So you also do that as well. Then the third one is now your final project. We'll be working on, these are real-time projects where you'll be working on project that even after the training you can sell. So tomorrow you even have a portfolio for yourself. When you are pitching for jobs tomorrow, you can tell that, okay, this is what I've worked on in the past. So it's also a way of building your portfolio. So that will be for our final project. Now, so I wouldn't waste your time. What you are going to get in this class. Now, this class is 3 months, a 3-month N8N AI automation class. Now, in these 3 months, we have 3 months N8N AI automation mastery that goes for 400,000. We have the fast track templates and guides. These are materials that you'll be needing for the class that goes for 100,000. We also have laptop and workspace for 3 months. Yeah, you will also be using our facilities. For those of us in Lagos and Abuja, you'll also be using our facility for 3 months. And we have fast internet, we have laptops for those who don't have laptop and all of this information. This is also going to sum up to 450,000. This will cost you 450,000. We also have mentorship with industry experts. Now, we understand it's not easy for you to grab all of this information, but we have somebody that will be on ground to mentor you. So whenever you encounter any challenge, the person is always there to guide you. That's the essence of mentorship. We all know what mentorship costs. Mentorship is going to cost you a lot, but this is priceless. We are giving you this for free. We have our our community. You join our exclusive tech community where you network with other tech experts. We all know what community can do for you. So you also join this community for free. We have a community of over 4,000 persons. So you join our community where informations, opportunities are being shared. This is going to help you. This is also priceless. We are giving this for free. Now, if you go through all of this, it's going to cost you over 950,000 naira. It's going to cost you over 950,000 naira. So you just go through it. Let me give you 10 seconds to go through all of this information. Yeah. All right. So now I have an offer for everybody that is on this call, because for you to join this call, it means AI automation is something you really want to learn. We had a lot of people who signed up for this class, but some of them didn't turn up. So because of you guys that are here, I have an offer for you. If you're going to join this class, I'm going to give you 60% discount today, being Saturday. I'm going to give you 60% discount. That means for AI automation N8N physical class, you get to pay the cost for this class is 380,000 naira for the physical class. Then if you're a copper here, you are going to pay 304,000. Physical class 380,000. As a copper, physical class 304,000. Then for virtual classes, we have the virtual classes that is 285,000 for virtual class. Then if you're a copper and you want to sign up for the virtual class, you are paying 228,000. 228,000. But here's the good news. Here's the interesting part. If you are interested in joining this class today, you are paying, instead of paying 380,000, you are paying 342,000. Now I'm breaking this down for you. If you're joining this class, as you want to join the physical class, you are paying 342,000. Then as a copper, you're joining this class today, you want to sign up, you are paying 270,000. Then for the virtual class, if you're signing up today, you want to join the class, you are paying 256,500. And as a copper, you are paying 202,500. Like I said, do not be pressured. This might not be for everybody. This is only for those who really want to learn AI automation. They've taken it upon themselves that they are not procrastinating anymore. They want to join the trend of AI automation experts. So I don't know, do you have any question? Do we have any question here before I move further? Abimbola, you want to say something?
Yes, I have a question.
All right.
Sorry, I'm on the road, so here is noisy. I wanted to know, can we pay in installments, or it has to be the whole money at once?
Oh, okay, Abimbola, I'll come to that. Thank you for reminding me. I'll come to that. Any other question? Adana, are you saying something? Jeffrey. Uchenna. Uchenna, you on this call? Eniola, do we have any questions?
Yeah, I am. I don't have any question at this moment.
All right. So what's your take? What do you think?
No, I have a question.
All right. Okay. Let me hear you. Let me hear your question.
My question is,
I can't hear you. Your voice is down.
can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes. My question is, after learning this program, modules from the 1 to the 3 months,
Yes.
let me just make it this way. What is the average expected earning if one utilizes the knowledge gain perfectly?
Come again, what is the what?
The expected average earning for
Okay,
skills.
average earning.
Yes, after learning the skill.
Okay, now, as an AI automation engineer or expert, now if you have a job here in Nigeria, now the average pay that you get should be around 500. The least pay you get is 500,000. And trust me, you work remotely or hybrid. Then if you get international, if you're opportunity to work for international companies, foreign companies, now the least you will get in a month should be around $5,000 as a beginner. I don't know. Did I answer your question?
Yes, yes.
But let me tell you, Afani, let me tell you the interesting part about AI automation. You don't even need to start waiting for jobs before you start making money. That's the interesting part. Now, just like your facilitator was saying, imagine you have a workflow for financial experts or maybe content creators that can help them automate their post. Maybe they don't have to post manually on their social media. Every day, the system automates the content and post it automatically for them. Now, if you create one workflow, imagine you sell that workflow for 100,000, and we have over 2,000 content creators in Nigeria, and let's say you sell to just 200 persons, 200 content creators. Do you know how much you're going to make? So the interesting part is you don't need to start waiting for a job to come before you start making money. Even after 3 months, on your third month, you can even start getting jobs. You can even start making money. That's the honest truth about it. Any other question before I proceed? Any question? All right,
Yes,
please.
I
Did we
have
all?
one more question.
Okay, let me have it.
So I want to just be sure. Does one really need to know how to code to be able to do this? Just wanted to be sure.
Okay, yeah, yes. Thank you for that question. Now, when ChatGPT came, did you know how to code before you started using ChatGPT? I believe the answer is no. Now, in AI automation, you don't need to learn how to code. You don't need to know how to code to learn AI automation. These are just tools. These are templates. You use tools, you use templates to do what you want, to automate what you want. So you don't even, in short, you don't even need to know how to code. You don't need to know if you're a beginner. In short, just know how to on your laptop, and that is all. Once you know how to on the laptop, that is all that is required. Did I answer your question?
Yes, it did.
All right, thank you. Any other question before I proceed, please?
I have a question.
All right, please, who is speaking?
This is Olamide Jerry.
Okay, Olamide Jerry, let me hear you.
Please, where in Lagos is your physical class holding?
Oh, fine. What fine question. For those in Lagos, if you're in Lagos, yeah, the physical training will be 44 Ogunlano Drive, Surulere. Are you familiar with that place?
Yeah, sure. I am.
All right. Okay. Then for those in Abuja, we are located at 6A Embu Street off Aminu Kano Crescent. I don't know who said 2. So if you're close to this place, then fine. Now, for those in Lagos, we understand the transportation in Lagos. We know the cost of transportation in Lagos is very, very high. So that is why we also came up with the virtual class for everybody, even in Abuja. I believe transportation is high. That's why we came up with the virtual class. So if you know it's going to cost you more transporting yourself to these locations for training, you can always sign up for the virtual class. And like I said, you don't need to code. You don't need to know how to code before you learn AI automation. And also, like I said, the virtual class is not something they play video for you to watch. It's a mentorship class. So your facilitator will always be there to guide you, to teach you. It's a one-on-one section. So trust me, the virtual class is something you can always jump on. Then for Bimbola's question, you said talking about the payments. Yeah, please everybody pay attention to this. Talking about the payments. Now we have a flexible payment method, which means for those of you here now, just for you to benefit from this discount I'm giving you for the physical class. Yeah, for the physical class. For you to benefit from this discount, 342,000. Now you have to make a commitment payment, a down payment of 20%. If you pay 20% before Monday, that's today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday as well. So we know this is weekend. So before Monday, if you make a commitment payment of 20% of 342,000, if you're a corporate, you make a down payment of 20% of 270,000. That's if you're going for the physical class. Then if you're going for virtual class, you make a down payment of 20% of 256,500. If you're a corporate, 20% of 202,500. Please, 20% of 342,000 should be how much? I'm just coming up with this offer now, so let's calculate so that we'll know. 342. Yes, that is 68,400. 20% of 342,000 is 68,400. Now, this is the payment. If you make that 20% now, you'll be allowed to join the class because the class is coming up on the 3rd of June. So that should be next week. So if you make this down payment, you will join the class, and after your first month in the class, you will make another payment of 100,000. You make another payment of 100,000. So that should give you around 168,400 in total. Then after your second month, you balance up the payment. Abimbola?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So did you understand what I said?
Yes, I did.
All right. So any other question? Is this something that is doable for you, Abimbola?
Yes, it is. But for now, so I will follow up.
All right. So yes, let me
Is it possible
give
for us to
you
get like a breakdown so that we know how much we have to pay at every point in time?
okay a breakdown, right? So sorry, who is talking?
Yes, a breakdown.
Who is speaking, please?
It's Adana.
Okay, I done now. All right, a breakdown. Okay, that's for the payments, right?
Yes, for the payment and when the payment should be made.
Okay, okay, all right. You will get an email for an email that is carrying all the informations that you will need for the training. All right. So here's my number. Please, if you are taking down my number, here is my number. It's on the screen: 08175 77 777 0. Please, if you take this down so that you can call me. Here's my second number, please. In case you call this number and it doesn't go, or you didn't get any response, you can call the second number. It's not on the screen. I'll just call it out for you. The second number is 090 95 45 99 99 again. Let me call it again: 090 95 45 99 99. Please, is there any question before we call it a day? Is there any question, please? Is there any question, Peter? Eniola, Jeffrey, is any question? Please, have we all filled the assessment form?
No question.
No question,
All
no
right.
question.
All right, thank you. Did you all fill the assessment form? Peter, Eniola?
Yes, I did.
All right, Abdurrahman? Chigozie? All right, thank you so much, guys, for your time. For you to be here,
Sorry,
even to this
please.
last
Sorry,
minute.
please. I
Okay.
have a question, please.
All right, all right.
So for this training that we have done, the one that we have done today, is there any form of certification or something for it that shows that we have actually taken this introductory training for today? Is there anything like
Yeah,
that?
Eniola, there's no certification for this because, to be honest, if you and I will be honest with ourselves, today's class was not even enough. So how do I give you certificate for something you didn't even grab? Today is not even enough. We're thinking we'll exhaust everything about the introduction today, but we had no time to do that. So I don't think
All
we
right.
don't have any certification.
Okay. Also, is there a recording of this class that will be sent via email to participant or something?
Yes. You will get the material on your email.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, guys. So we'll be calling it a night. So if you're interested, reach out to me on my phone number, both number. I just gave you both number. You can also send an email as well. Like I said, you just have today and tomorrow. Just like I said, also, it's not for everybody, but for those who have made up their mind to change their life with air automation. Thank you, guys. See you on the other side. See you in the class next week. Take care, guys. Thank you.
How do we connect? Next slide. Next slide. Next slide.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sorry. Before we go, guys. Now, yeah, please, can we connect? This is our handle. Seed Builders on IG. We have Seed Builders NG on Instagram. We also have Seed Up NG on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. Please follow us right now because we'll be dropping more information on our social media. follow us right now. The moment you follow, I'll see your name and I'll identify, and everybody here on this call. So the moment you follow, I'll identify you and I can also, communicate with you on our social. Please follow us on IG, on Facebook, on TikTok. Okay, here is it one more. Seed Builders NG, Seed Hub NG, and we have SB Art Foundation NG. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. See you on the inside. Take care. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye, Uchina.
Bye.